Hey, Bohemian with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart Readings. We're going to do another one. So, this video, we're going to look at how does this person want to be seduced or think that they need to be. Like, people, as an astrologer and as a people watcher, like, people don't know themselves a lot of times. So they'll be like, no, this is my type. This is how I need to be approached. This is how you need to talk to me. But then it's a whole different type of approach that they actually respond to. You know what I'm saying? So with this one, that's what we're going to look into. How do they want to be seduced and approached and stuff? And what actually works? Like, what do they actually open up for? So we have a few piles here. This pile's gonna be pile 0. I don't know what happened to the 2. So we have 3, 4, 6, 5, 0, and 1. I mixed them up because sometimes, people, their eye only goes to one part of the screen every time, or different things like that. So just trying to mix it up so that people can really connect with their intuition. Think of this person as they are, not as your dream version of them or whatever. That's what's going to help you get accurate pick a card readings, because if you focus on your fantasy them and actual them, you probably get two completely different readings. So check it and see how far off your actual them and your fantasy them is. As a matter of fact, I think I just had another idea for a reading, so maybe I'll do that next. Go ahead and pick a pile. I'll see you on your timestamp. All right, for group 3 over here, those who chose number 3, let's go ahead and see, how does this person want to be approached or seduced? We have Father, talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit. So this person could think that they could want a sugar daddy, they could want someone who's going to nurture and protect them. Gender doesn't matter. Okay. Gender doesn't matter in this situation, because anyone could want to feel protected, looked after, provided for, those kind of things. All right, to neat pleasure. So this person wants to have fun. They want to be spoiled. They want to feel like somebody's coming in to help take care of things, help them have a good time, nurture them, protect them, and make sure it happens. We have look. So they want somebody with could be a certain look for sure. They could have someone who wants to serve a certain look. We also have eyes. So eyes and look. They want somebody who has a very intense gaze or stare and watches them. Here we have the Hamsa, and it has the protection from the evil eye right there. So they want somebody who has a very strong gaze. Somebody who will just look right at them and see them and tell them, I want you. I have everything in control. Here's the plans. Here's what we do. Don't worry about it. We have the song 9, it's ripped, don't worry about it, by Willow and SZA here. So it's like talking about differences, but in here she is saying upfront what she wants to do. Like, I want to go and get a smoothie, I want to go and eat, I want to go spend my day like this, and this is how you want to do it. So they could have the desire to have somebody who, yes, they're different than them, but they come up and can tell them, look, I know this is what you are about, this is what I want to do. It's not negative, it's just different, but this is the plan I have for us, so let's go with that, because I'm going to take the lead right now and I'm going to move us forward in what I want to do. So this is what they want, okay? This is what they're thinking that they need over here. Let's go and see what they actually need, what actually works on them, what actually feels fulfilling to them when it comes to interacting romantically, okay? Being seduced, confronting, and healing. So it is true that they do like someone who directly looks at them and like confronts them and approaches them and says up front, like, this is what's working, this is what's not, this is how we fix it. So they were very accurate in seeing that in themselves. Yeah, I don't see a ceiling, but it's okay. It's not a problem. We can figure this out. They do like somebody who guides them. So I think they actually saw themselves pretty well. I think they do know what works for them and what doesn't. Now for them, they might, where they might differ from how they see themselves as needing being approached and how they actually need to be approached, is Spirit saying they don't need someone who has a bajillion dollars and is going to be flexing and doing all this and that. Like, they need to calm down. They might be telling themselves no, unless, and some people talk so big, no, unless this person pulls up into a Rolls Royce, I am not going to go with them. Some people talk such big game and it's not even that serious. So this person, they actually need somebody who's a bit more focused on healing, somebody who can, call them on their bluff or say, hey, look, you need to chill out because I'm not going to buy you a Birkin right now. Look, okay, I'm not giving you any go grills right now just to holler at you for our first meeting. Like, you need to calm down. Whatever it is, okay, whatever it is. So, um, yeah, so spirit crew is like that is flexible with them. So don't be um put off if this person has seemingly some concrete like financial goals or real world goals, or some specifics like that they act are immovable, because they're not really immovable, and it's not actually what they need to overly focus on that. If you come in, you're genuine, because the eyes are all about our spirit and our motive. So that lets us know with this person, they actually want a genuine connection. They do. They could build up the other stuff as like a wall, between them and others, to see, who will actually approach them. They do want somebody who has the energy of being a caretaker, and somebody who is not deterred by, any type of, you know, things that get in the way, kind of any kind of barriers, and just in general in life. Like if the car broke down on the date, they would want somebody who knows how to fix it, or who has some kind of plan and can like address that and not kind of break down and not know what to do and get upset or whatever. They like a very focused person, somebody who is action oriented or plan oriented, somebody who can be cool headed and deal with things and get things resolved. And so, yeah, their spirit crew, I like that their spirit crew is coming through and saying, yeah, we agree. We'll answer this question. We'll help you get a really good answer for this question. So don't be nervous about the fact that, yes, this person can have some ambition and stuff, because at the end of the day, they need to find the resources within themselves to get the goals that they have in the material world. And really what they're going to be focused on, what's going to speak to their heart at the end of the day, is going to be someone who's tenacious, somebody who's not afraid to face life head on, and somebody who does look for solutions, resolution, and healing. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. Let me know, is this what you thought that this person would be like? What would work and what wouldn't work? Like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. All right, for those of you who chose number 4, let's go ahead and see, what does this person think they need to have, in their seduction sequence for someone to approach them and for them to fall for it. What are they thinking needs to happen? And then we're going to check like what actually works on them. Okay, we have courting, the 6 of cups, or not the 6 of cups, the 6 of lovers, the 6th card in the major arcana, lovers card. So this person could think that they need it all, the whole entire like old-fashioned traditional romantic approach. Like, you need to get approval from my granny, you need to come a calling. All this kind of stuff. You need to show up all nervous with like some roses or whatever. You need to be dressed to impress but not overly impress. Okay, and we need to go through the steps. We need to be shy flirting, we need to date, I need to ask you out, then we need to go through all of that before we get into like engagement. This person could also feel like they want somebody who looks like they're not too experienced in love, because they want somebody who feels like fresh or pure. So this is what they're thinking. Okay, what else do we have here? Yeah, we have Oshun. So this person could be a huge romantic, and they could feel like they need a partner who's a romantic, who's going to be like, the whole rom-com kind of situation, the whole romance for sure. As we imagine it and picture it in ideals. Okay, fearless love here. They could want to have a very big origin story with somebody. So like, I want to have my meet cute with you. It needs to be a cute situation, how we run into each other, how we get nervous to ask each other out or whatever. Those kind of things are like big for this person, and what they're picturing, what they want to happen in order for them to open up to somebody. Okay, this person could be old school. Maybe they're just older, or maybe they want someone who's kind of traditional because they feel like old school. We have them being chill, laid back. They want somebody who's very laid back, not worried about anything, like not having an issue. But it's mermaid season. I forgot they said in the song. I'm wavy, you have no control, and it literally is Pisces season. It just became Pisces season as I'm filming this, so. Not like the sun just moved as I'm filming this, but within the last couple of days here. Different seduction. What? They want a different type of seduction. So this person feels like, I'm trying to have something old school. Like, Because in the song, Todrick's saying they don't make them beats like they used to. They don't make them beats, right? So he's saying that like it was better back in the day. Now I don't know what this new trend is, but I'm not on it. So this person's gonna be like, I'm not trying to meet someone on an app and then have them sending me some illicit pictures, explicit pictures, and whatever. Like I want something old school. I want something that my granny would be like, wow, that's romantic kind of vibe. Tunisia, so maybe they're from Tunisia, or this is just being in tune. They would like music. They would like music. They would like beauty. They would like someone getting, like they would want to tell if you're approaching them that you like dolled up for them. Like you went to the tailor, you got your fit right, you got your hair lined up, that kind of thing. They want to see that you made the effort. All right, so this is what they think. Now let's see what would actually work. All right, they could also like the idea of like someone picking them up from their family's house or something. They're like, don't you have your own house? But they're like, yeah, I wanted my family to be able to see. All my cousins wanted to check you out as you came to pick me up to go out or whatever. Or they would like to pull up to your family house and have to like ask permission to date you. So let's go ahead and see. We use the love kiss. I'm using a different deck for the second portion of the reading for everyone. We'll use the love kiss. It's so traditional. Let's see. What do they actually need? They need somebody who's lucky. They can be hard to break through. They actually don't need someone where there's instant chemistry. So they might be very focused on like, oh, we have to have a cute meeting. If it doesn't feel romantic and there's not a spark, no. So if you didn't have like the most interesting origin story with this person, don't worry about it, because sometimes once you make a romance happen, then the origin story becomes interesting, right? There's those kind of romantic movies at first, right? Where it's like, oh, we were like disinterested in each other at first when you came into my bookshop, but then as the love story develops, it becomes something where their beginning seems cute because of the romance that develops. So this is saying, look, don't be put off if you're interested in this person and you're like, yeah, they clearly have a very specific ideal about like romance, and they might kind of like say no to people and like friend zone them or whatever very quickly. Don't worry about that if you're interested, because it says sometimes this person doesn't realize obvious signs because they're looking for specific romantic world signs. They probably watch a lot of movies and read a lot of novels and stuff, so don't worry about that. Okay, and this is also saying, don't try to impress this person by finances and money, but if you show fun, if you show, it's interesting that they're really drawn to luck, so they could start paying attention if you show how you're blessed in life. You look at the positive streaks of things, you see your signs and synchronicities, you find your success in something, but it's not about the money and the success. It's more about they feel drawn to favor. Okay, so they feel, it's like the romanticism in them. They feel drawn to seeing some kind of blessing on you, or seeing some kind of excitement or passion develop for you, and that comes with luck. They could like how you respond when you kind of light up with feeling very lucky, and they do like that energy. It makes sense. Like there's a way that like Venus, which is wants and desires, and there's like a romantic energy with like the Sun and Venus, how it connects with Jupiter. Like they're all beneficial planets and they feed off of each other's energies, right? So you're more likely to fall in love when you're having fun, right? So this person, if they see you having fun and feeling lucky and stuff, they'll be very drawn to that, and they'll be more likely to want to like kind of navigate towards you. Like if you're the person winning in the casino, they're naturally going to be drawn over to that aura that you have going on. Okay, next lifetime. They are a big romantic though. So if you're the kind of person that's like, I'm not worried about it because this lifetime or next lifetime, we're going to end up together. I'll have my shot one time, at least one lifetime. I'm going to be lucky and you're going to pay attention to me. That's the kind of stuff that makes their heart flutter. Oh my goodness. They'll just be like, so they like fated things. They like together, but they also like people who make their own fortune. This is behind the scenes, what will actually work on them. So don't just go if you see it seems like bad luck, we never seem to connect, I'm not rich right now or whatever. They will actually really fall for the person, not who has the easy luck necessarily, or who just does everything right, that will start feeling like an empty romance to them. They will go for the person who makes their fortune, who is like, one way or another this lifetime or the next, I want to be with you, who shows consistency, and who tries to make these kind of moments happen. Okay, And this thing, don't let them miss you too much. Kind of stay in their face about it. Kind of stay in their face, and not in a way where it's like obnoxious, but where you just make your presence felt and you let your joy of connecting with them really show through. All right, so that's what I'm seeing. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. All right, for those of you who chose number 6, let's go ahead and see first how they think they need to be seduced, and then what actually works on them attraction wise, trying to get to know them, things of that nature. Okay, we have manifestation. I owe you nothing. Number 6 here, and the 6 of Swords reversed. And you picked number 6 too, so that's interesting. A lot of, so this person, and we have these 9s here on the bottom, and we have 9, so we have 6, 6, 6, 9, 9, 9. So this person, 6s are the number of Venus. So there's that attraction, what you want, trying to manifest what you want. And then 9s are a number of, they're a number of maternal completeness. It's the first whole ending number that there is before you go into master numbers kind of thing. So this person, on one side, they're very chill, and they might feel like, well, I don't really need anything. If the vibe is right and someone knows how to approach me, that's fine. On the other hand, they do have that they're really trying to manifest a particular person. I think this person could be someone who's spiritual, and does hit some higher spiritual energy. At the same time, they have a lot of wants and desires, as you can see with all these 6s and 9s. They have a lot of wants and desires, and they could still be a little bit toxic with them, because here we have the 6 of Swords reversed. This lets me know this person's attracted to toxic people, especially because in this one, the water is very dirty and there's some pollution in it. Upright, this is leaving toxic relationships, and just changing your life and having supportive, helpful people and being open to people who are healthy specifically, right? Look at how clean the water is out there compared to here. It's like, what? Night and day. Wow. But then reversed, it's like, no. So this person says they want healthy relationship, they want this and that, but they could be somebody who is very physically, like if someone physically pays them attention, or, whoever this toxic ex or whatever is, and people who are just maybe the wrong kinds of pushy or approach for the wrong reasons is what they're actually attracted to, or what they'll actually respond to. People who are like, I don't owe you anything. I'm the bad guy, right? Whatever it is. But also at the same time pretend that they have some kind of like higher plan for their life or whatever. So basically they're very drawn to like bullshitters. They're totally drawn to people who show a little bit of fool's gold, glint a little watch or whatever at them, and then have like toxic motives, or just aren't, all that glitters is not gold, like just aren't what they pretend to be. So unfortunately, this is what works on them. All right, and I think this person might have themselves very fooled actually, and thinking that like, no, I'm gonna have a healthy relationship, I'm manifesting, but it's not what it is. So let's go ahead and look at what we have insight about, connecting with their spiritual energies here. What actually works on, attracting this person. This is what they want, okay? Let's see. It's so strange to want it, right? But hey, they could be in the middle of a healing process for sure. Kind of stepping back. Let's see what the advice is to actually get this person in, and what is, kind of the inside track and what really works on them. Outlier, yeah. So someone who's not too romantic, somebody who does do things differently, who I think that's could be what it is. They like people who are on this like different vibration and a little bit off kilter, but the way they're currently going about trying to fulfill that has been very toxic for them. What can actually draw them in is somebody who does channel in and listen to their higher self, their God self, somebody who does, disrupt negative vibrations and stuff and shake things up, but who, they're not just doing it to be like a negative trickster. There's somebody who actually, is fulfilling their own individual unique spirit. Somebody who isn't too romantic, but we have sensual energy here. This looks like somebody who's a bit of like a maverick, somebody who goes on their own path, maybe who has some tough friends or who doesn't worry about friends, or maybe someone who's even like very solo. This person likes to feel like they have a person's full attention and that they are kind of, yeah, shaking up the world in some kind of way. They really do like strong sensual energy, physical attraction here, but somebody who's not going to get too sloppily attached to them romantically or expect them to like change their physical world goals at the same time. So this is, it is still player energy that they're attracted to, but instead of it being because I'm trying to play the game and play you, it would be more like I have a unique soul, I have my own plans, we can connect, that's cool, but I have other things to do, like someone who doesn't let themselves get tied down, somebody who has their own kind of mission that they need to complete on the earth kind of vibe, and they're really listening to that and listening to their own energy above all, and they want to connect for like, you know, physical pleasure and things of that nature, but not really have to worry about a relationship, and doesn't overly worry on relationships. So very Aquarian energy actually. So we can see how both of these have similar vibrations. I feel like their method right now is picking people who are just toxic and who are going to cheat on them, ghost them, leave them, play them, and they need to lean more towards, someone who's self-made, somebody who just has their head in the spiritual clouds and can be very honest about the dynamics that they do and don't want in the physical realm. That would be better, and that would actually work. That would attract them more in the long run. If they have both people in front of them, they would choose the secondary person who actually does have some higher concepts and does know who they are as a unique person and isn't just playing the game. However, they tend to go towards currently the first person. All right, that's what I'm seeing for group 6. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. For those who chose group 5, let's see, how is this person wanting to be, you know, seduced or talked into a connection, a relationship, or maybe not even talked into one? Let's see. We have, oh, wow, interesting. Immediately flip over and there's goats everywhere. And then we have Cancer, Capricorn access. So strong, they can be strongly attracted to Capricorns, cardinal sign, Capricorn, Aries, Cancer vibes, shine. They like someone who is like, look, I'm up here, I'm the goat, I'm shining, I got the magical thumb, I got the magic hands, leave now, I can take it or leave it. Page of Swords here. They like somebody, they like somebody who, there's a little Gemini Scorpio vibe too. They like really ambitious people. They like somebody who doesn't like to be around people. Whether it's because like, look, I gotta work, I got plans, or it's because like I'd rather be at home, I'm a homebody. Whatever it is, they like people who are leaving and they don't know like where you're going, what you're up to. Like you drop in at the party, shake people's hearts, and then you dip out kind of vibe. You got other things to go and be about, and that's probably because they would want that. Like they would want the person who's going to be like, no, I'm going to be at work or I'm going to be at home. So they're already thinking kind of like, in a bigger picture of what they want to experience in a partnership. They do like someone who's like a hustler, somebody who's very ambitious, someone who's even a little petty, shady boots for sure. They could like somebody who, it's so strange, but with the raccoon energy, they could like somebody who's like a thief, like somebody who, I don't know, some people are like that. Okay, like Libras. Maybe this, like they can like someone who, like Libras will think it's a good quality if you can bite off somebody's style or something, and they'll pretend, oh, flattery is the best compliment. No, it's not. Libra, stop. Gemini, that kind of vibe, right? Like where you, Capricorns do the same thing. Aries do too. All these signs do actually. There's signs that like will copy or mimic somebody else, but then try to use it themselves to be put on and be very successful. So I don't know, they're drawn to people who do stuff like that. They might be like, yeah, Corey just said the same thing, but I'm gonna go with it when you say it because you look like you have more influence, kind of vibe. Yeah, so this person will tend to be drawn towards people who are a little bit more ruthless, who talk some smack, people who are very observant, but know how to maneuver others, and also know when to dip out and avoid the trouble that comes from doing that. Okay, now let's see that. So this is what they're consciously thinking. I feel like for some of them, they might not want to admit what they're consciously drawn to, but they still know it works on them, kind of vibe. Now let's go ahead and see, what really works. That's what they're thinking. partnership. Oops. Boredom. Location. I feel like overall they do like someone who kind of travels, but they want to know where that person's location is. They like somebody who's kind of bored, who's disinterested. They act so okay, here's the thing. They think that they like people who really show off a lot. And it can work on them, but what really actually attracts them is somebody who tunes it down a little bit. They like to see people's faults though, so they might like to see people who, that is true, they might like to see people who are a little messy in some kind of way. They like to see people who just openly carry whatever their wounds or baggage is, and just kind of show they like someone who shows their emotions on their face. Like if they're being gaudy and trying to flex, they overdo it. If they're bored, you can tell they're yawning. Okay, if they're in a partnership, and this is why, because they want to say, if you're in a partnership with me, you can tell. Everyone knows I'm your person. You're openly jealous, or you're showing me off on your Instagram. So this is I don't know. This person seems to have very socially geared reasons for who they're attracted to and why they're attracted, and like even this like going on different locations and different things. We have the camera here. It does feel, I guess, what some people would say more superficial oriented, or externally socially oriented in what seduces them towards a person. So yeah, they might know that they're drawn to like ambitious, cold-hearted people who get theirs at any cost. But what really works for them is a little bit more a personal note of somebody who can show some partnership qualities, someone who does show their kind of wounds, baggages, and faults, and somebody who does just admit, like, I'm bored, or I want to go be ambitious, or I really just want to go somewhere cute so I can show off and people will be jealous of me on Instagram. So they really want someone who's more honest, I would say, than their first impression. At first, they might be drawn to people who they think, oh, they'll play the game, but they'll kind of be low key about it and dip out. But really, they want someone who will stick around a bit more, someone who will start being geared towards them and start including them in all of this, because they want to show off to everybody together. All right, so this is what I'm seeing for this person. Good luck if this is what you're still trying to do over here, I guess. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. All right, if you chose group 0, let's go ahead and see what they are drawn to or how they want somebody to seduce them, and then we'll look at what they actually need. Some groups have been pretty close neck and neck, and it's almost just like, well, a healthier version of that is what you should be drawn to. Some have had more of a contrast. So let's see for your group how they want to be seduced versus what they actually need to work. All right. Truth. Well, okay. Scorpio has entered chat. This person could like people who have fire-water combos. They like bluntness and truth and honesty, but they like, someone who reflects on their heart and stuff at the same time. All right, we have Morocco. I still don't know what the fuck happened. And 8 of Wands. Okay. So 8 of Wands is reversed here. Truth. This is interesting. They like somebody who's very truthful, but someone who takes their time away. So they want somebody who's going to be direct with them and let them know what it is, and have a lot of desire, beauty, sensual energy. Somebody who really smells good. Somebody who's very culturally aware. Somebody who is smart about like a variety of, what do I say? Someone who's cultured. That's what I'm like. Someone who's just cultured in general. Someone who's smart about a variety of languages and foods and all this kind of thing. Someone who takes time to replenish themselves. They'll actually be attracted to that. Somebody who like detaches from social media. They don't know what happened. Even someone who kind of disappears. Like, let's say you go out and you eat or drink with this person, and then like you're MIA for a few days. They're drawn to that. So they might want that. Either one, they think it's healthy if a person does that, or two, they like to feel very off kilter. Oh no, like they like that part of the relationship, especially if this person has Gemini or 3rd house placements, or like strong mercurial energy, even Virgo. They could like kind of that obsessive quality, or if they have Mars in like lesser placements as far as like Mercury, or Mars. Sorry, if they have Scorpio in lesser personal placements, not necessarily Sun or Moon, but like Mercury, Mars kind of vibe. Okay, so this person, they like to feel that thrill of like, oh no, like at the core, I can tell you're a truthful person, but I don't know what's going on right now. Like I can kind of spiral out and have some anxiety. Are you going to message me back? Are you not? Are you ignoring me? Are you not? So they're drawn to that kind of vibe. They like a strong personality where they feel like they know the core of you, but then they are left like wanting and trying to figure things out. Okay, and they feel like that's what makes them fall for somebody. If you're too much in their face, no. But then if they don't feel like they can trust who you are, they don't know who you are, and you're gone, they're just going to consider it as like you ghosted them. But if you have a strong personality, they feel like they know who that you are, but then you are taking time and just not feeding into like overindulgent communication or social media, they will like that, because then they get to miss you and kind of, I don't know, have their have their little meltdowns about what's gonna happen in this connection. So let's go ahead and see what they actually need to be seduced. Okay, what do they actually need? Is that accurate? Do they see themselves accurately, or what actually works on them? Mirroring. Yes, he is that Gemini energy. I promise you, they have to have something strongly mercurial in their chart. They actually will fall for somebody who matches up to them more. Mirroring is something that can actually happen in relationships, or when you're interested in someone, or even just people who are naturally good at kind of doing what others want or comforting others. You might notice that you start mirroring them a bit. So let's say they itch their nose, you itch their nose. They cross their arms, you cross their arms. They laugh, you laugh. Similar things. So they're actually drawn to people who show exact samey interest, and that's very common. I think I'm telling you, you might say stop saying these signs, but I feel like Libras and Geminis, this is how you get them. They're drawn to people who act like what they want is like the first reaction here, but who they'll actually like settle down with is somebody who is more matchy with them. Let's see, psychic reverse. So they might feel like, oh yeah, I want somebody who is detached and a strong person, and they might like the thrill of that, but that's more almost like their fantasy interactions. Who they'll actually settle down, what will actually work to get their attention, is going to be people who really match them, who don't leave them with a lot of psychic questions, who don't dissociate too much, people who stay in their face. They don't have to worry about others or what you're thinking. You're connecting with them in a timely manner. You're not getting them too high or low in their feelings. That's who they're actually going to go towards and settle down with. Yeah, because this person's insecure. They have insecurity, so they're drawn to the drama of the first person, and that's who they're going to want to go towards. So if you're interested in this person, you notice they're going towards the other type of person, I would say don't worry about it, because who they're actually going to settle down with is like the opposite of that person. Actually, it's going to be somebody who you're on the same page, you're not leaving them wondering, maybe you message them the same time every day, or you're the one that they're there to eat lunch with or whatever. This really is that kind of love story where it's like, no, they don't go to the person who gives them the roller coaster. They end up going with the person who's sitting in front of them every day kind of vibe. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. All right, for those of you who chose pile 1, let's go ahead and see, how do they want you to attract them or try to seduce them into a connection, get to know you, that kind of thing, or no, get to know them, versus what they actually need. What will actually work on them. Okay, so let's see. Wow, we have Rage, goat number 23, Two of Cups reverse, Negrita, Scott, wild horses. This person feels like they want a protector, a defender, a rager, somebody who is like so sick of being, downtrodden, hurt, marginalized, especially if they're a marginalized person, because here she's talking about being Afro-Indigenous. Here we have Medusa, who went through horrible things just for existing and being amazing. So it's like this kind of vibe, wild horses. And this one, they're saying you're not necessarily, they say graceful, graceless lady, right? You're not necessarily graceful in that tradition. You want to be wild, you want to be free. So this person could feel like, I want somebody who is a rule breaker, somebody who's, a rebel, someone who's challenging what is, somebody who's looking for reclamation, somebody who's standing up for those who are hurt, a rebel with a cause kind of vibe, reckless energy. They feel like that's what they're drawn towards, somebody with a big heart in that way, but somebody who's not afraid to be mad, be protective, be the defender. So this could be someone who they would like, a person who, if they see someone like grab someone in the bar in the wrong way, they're going to be the one like, hey, you want to brawl? Like, keep your hands off of that person. Like, what are you doing? Like, they could be drawn to that person who would stand up and be a defender, a protector, and be like, whatever, who cares about the rules and what happens? If you're wrong, like, you need to face some justice right now, because you can't just be out here hurting people, whatever. So they want somebody who wants to be a free person and who is very drawn towards, and consciously knowing, like being able to break it down. Because in this song too, she's talking about her origins, talking about who she's from, celebrating, her culture and who she is. She says, "Who the F is Columbus?" Like this kind of thing, like whatever. To all those who want to force me to be who I'm not. I'm about reclaiming myself. I want to be a free person. So that's who they're really drawn to, okay? Okay, so who do they actually need to seduce them? What kind of person will they actually be drawn to? Let's see if it lines up with what they're saying here. Oops. Spirit crew coming through, sacred fire. So they are someone who wants a fiery person. It's true. And for sacred reason. That's very true. Unity. Somebody who wants something else. We have the fight or flight here, but here it's conscious, it's reversed, so we're consciously fighting it out for others here, getting rid of negative others. And this is the card that I made to show, remind us, this is the all winter oracle. So in winter, when we're thinking of others, we need to be thinking where others are sleeping, where they're resting, do they have a home? And then there's different colored snowflakes to show, we're all different kinds of people and beings, but we all need a certain togetherness. So yeah, they do this. I feel like they know who they need. They need somebody who can be in a partnership, who can face all of life's different situations here with all the Adinkra symbols that represent all different things happening in life. Somebody who is connected spiritually to their spirit crew and their divine sources, but somebody who does, they're like, to get unity, you have to start some big fires sometimes. And, you have to know how to fight the right people, fight the powers that be. 100%. That is how to get close to this person, is to try to help them get to a healthy harvest, help them be a partner in rebellion to them in a good way, to care about true unity. This is not going to be a person who overall is going to be attracted to anyone shallow, anybody who's falsely ambitious, people who don't care about others, other creatures, the earth, animals, whatever. This person is not going to be drawn to that. They might seem, depending on their personality style and their astrology, maybe they seem to let people be themselves, I think, and kind of be let people be charming or whatever it is. But I think at the end of the day, they definitely feel like big things need to change in the world, and they see it, they understand it. They're a soul that's here to affect those things and to make it happen, and they're going to want somebody like that, okay? They're going to want somebody who's a big mover and shaker, who pushes them to, stand up for things and fight for the right things. So that's what I'm seeing. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye.